Hey, what's up? This is Reed. Today I'm checking out the Honeywell T9 thermostat that came out recently. You might have remembered that I saw this briefly at CES. This thermostat is a good option for its price point since it includes a remote sensor, which there's some cool stuff you can do with the sensors that I'll show you. It has a touchscreen and it's compatible with SmartThings. Previously I used the Nest thermostat, so I'll be comparing the T9 with the Nest. There are some things that the T9 does better than the Nest, and some things that it doesn't do as well, which I'll go over. We also wrote an article comparing the T9 to the ecobee, so go check that out up here. There are a few things that come with the T9. A power adapter, since it requires a C-wire, and a remote temperature sensor. Even though the Nest doesn't require a C-wire, it's recommended to use a C-wire with your Nest because it puts less strain on your HVAC system. The T9 doesn't come with a trim plate, but the thermostat is large enough to cover the holes in my wall. Just barely though. Temperature swing is a big difference between the two. If you set your cooling at 78 degrees, Nest will go up to 79, almost 80, before it starts cooling it down to 77 degrees, and then it will turn off for a while, whereas the T9, it won't go up to 79 or down to 77. It stays right at 78. Nest says that their way is better because it's less wear and tear on your system, but with the T9, the air is going to circulate more because the air is turning on in more frequent intervals. Let me know if you have a preference in temperature swing, or if you don't care, let me know that too. One of the biggest reasons you'd want to get the T9 is its room sensors. Like I mentioned earlier, a sensor is included. After that, it's $80 for a pack of 2. The first thing that I have to applaud is that these sensors use normal batteries. It takes 2 AAA batteries, which should last about a year. I hate the weird little coin batteries, they're always a major pain to buy. These sensors are made to be mounted on the wall, so they have a little 3M adhesive on the back. I don't like that the sensor isn't flat on the bottom, so you have to hang it on the wall. It's just a little frustrating because you might not know exactly where you want to put the sensor until you've used it for a few days. And then if you want to move it, it's just an extra thing you have to do. What's cool about these is not only do they have a motion sensor, but they detect occupancy. So it doesn't turn on your air just because someone walks past it, but instead, it knows if you're staying in the room. These sensors have a range of 200 feet, and I had one of my sensors in the kitchen about 50 feet away, which had 2 bars for signal, so these sensors can go pretty far. The way it works is that you can select which rooms, including the thermostat, you want to use to regulate the temperature. Or you can use active rooms to have it automatically choose which sensors to prioritize based on where you are in the house. As you can see here, I have 2 rooms selected, and when I go back to the temperature, it's taking the average of those rooms. Using the sensors with Alexa and Google Assistant is very convenient as well. You can ask what the temperature of the room is. What's the office temperature?
It's currently 78 degrees.
What's the master bedroom temperature?
The master bedroom temperature is 78 degrees.
Also, if you're in a room like the kitchen cooking, you want the kitchen to be a lower temperature and ignore all the other rooms. Set the kitchen temperature to 76 degrees.
The AC is set to 76.
And it will only prioritize that room. Nest temperature sensors can't do this, and it's much more restrictive of what you can do, which we go into more depth in the video linked above. Besides Alexa and Google Assistant, the T9 is also compatible with If This and That and SmartThings. I had to select the Honeywell Lyric option and sign into my Honeywell Home account to add it to SmartThings. Once I did that, it connected to it fine. HomeKit is coming soon. Famous last words by smart home companies. But HomeKit is on other T-Series thermostats, so it may actually happen. So the T9 is compatible with a lot of things, which is a big advantage. You may have heard that Nest is possibly reducing the amount of devices that it's compatible with. Who knows what Nest and Google will end up doing. You can also set up a schedule for the T9 and use geofencing to set up your thermostat to away. This is where the Nest and T9 are good and bad. With the T9, it can use your phone with the Honeywell Home app for geofencing. The thermostat doesn't have a motion sensor built in, and the remote sensors won't change your system to the home status if someone's in the house and they don't have the phone with the app installed. Also, you can't do custom schedules with geofencing on the T9. They do give you an option to set up a sleep schedule on the geofencing mode, which I use for the 3 p.m. peak pricing to turn off the thermostat or put the thermostat to sleep. Maybe I should sleep then too. Of course, you can use SmartThings and if this and that to change the temperature, but it's more convenient to have everything in the same app. Where Nest can set a schedule and have geofencing turned on with no problem in the Nest app. And it has a motion sensor on the thermostat to take it out of away mode if someone comes home that doesn't have the app. The T9 can set different prioritization of what sensors or modes to use for different schedules. So it's much more flexible than the Nest sensor scheduling. There's a lot to like about the Honeywell T9, and I'm not sure which one I should leave up on my wall. What do you guys think? Is it time to abandon Nest and go with other good options like this T9? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more smart home videos, and we'll see you again next time. Next time on Smart Home Solver, not only did the Nest Google decision affect compatibility with devices, but my wife's house decorations. I'll ask for forgiveness later.